Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Today, let's talk about the challenge. This is, I want to say episode 12. We're getting close, really close to this finale. I can't wait to see it. Today, the editing on this show is really starting to become predictable. I would say from that first scene, what did Fessy say about Swaggy? Something about on Big Brothers, Swaggy was real cocky and he came in too hard and he went home soon. As soon as Fessy started saying all that in his confessional about Swaggy, I said, okay, Swaggy's going home. And I already knew the only way Swaggy is getting thrown in there is that Bailey must have to win elimination because no one else is going to put him in there. So I just... It could have just been a feeling, but I kind of feel like it was editing. Like, why is Fessy saying this about Swaggy right now? Okay, in this episode, to me, some of you might have been exposed to it. My shirt is crooked. Some of you all might have been exposed to it a couple of weeks back. I probably am a little late. This episode really exposed a lot of Bailey and Swaggy, and I love Bailey and Swaggy. I think they're entertaining on the television screen, but they played this season all wrong, and I feel like they might have played it to a point where they may not have to come back. We'll talk about it at the end. Pretty much in this video, it started off with all the guys without a red skull got a little, what they call a montage. They all got a little segment about why they feel like the time is now to get their red skull. Of course, we don't know how many more challenges or purgatories there are left to get a red skull, and it's 4 men without a red skull. So Swaggy wants to provide for his wife, his future family. He says something about setting up long-term wealth. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, Swaggy, but you all played this season to the left. I'm gonna get into it some more later. Kyle did the typical montage about, oh, my mom did so much for me and I want to give so much back to her. Great. Everybody mama. Damn, if you had a good mama, everybody, I say a good 80-90% of the people want to do something for their mama. So what else you got, Kyle? And of course, Corey, he got the little emotional call from Ryder, and Ryder ain't talking to him because where you at? You ain't been. I do like Corey. I do follow Corey. I don't watch that Teen Mom, and I think I follow Cheyenne on Instagram, so I'm always seeing little pictures of them with Ryder, and it is so cute. So it was a cute little heart-tugging moment when Ryder didn't want to come to the phone and talk to her daddy. I don't think I've ever even heard Ryder talk, so I thought it was cute. It was a cute moment, and I'm here for Corey wanting to make some money for his daughter, and now he has 2 daughters. So, but still, I don't know. I don't see anybody stepping to the side letting Corey win because he has a daughter. Like, you still gotta win. Let's get on to the challenge. The challenge is TJ tells them he comes across this field with a tank and smashes a ton of cars. They were all geeked, excited. And I probably would be too, just to see, because I ain't never seen no tank crush stuff in real life. So I'd be like, whoa. But pretty much carry this shit to this bin over here for as long as I tell you to. Just keep going back and forth across this field, carrying the heaviest stuff. Whoever has the heaviest bin at the end goes on to part 2 of the challenge. Nothing too exciting. Everybody's struggling and carrying what they can carry. You really don't know. Like, some people mentioned lapping people a couple of times, and then they were like, well, they may be lapping me, but their stuff can't be as heavy. And I'm like, it's one of those you can't really judge who's winning. It's just, it's really one of those that production could sprinkle their fingers into, because you really have no idea who's going to win until you weigh the stuff and see. Anyway, TJ announces the shocking news, which I really don't see it as that shocking because a lot of these women that won are really good competitors. But all the teams that had 2 girls and 1 guy beat the teams with 2 guys and 1 girl. I ain't mad at it. Fessy, Bailey, and D were in Heat 1, and then you had Kyle, Jenny, and Anissa. And Jenny, she a beast. And so part 2, you got to carry these sleds and remind you of those football sleds, but it looked like a huge anchor on your back and drag it across the field. Whoever crosses the field, whoever team finishes completely first wins. Now, I just knew this was going to go to Kyle, Jenny, and Anissa because Anissa was talking shit in the confessional like, ain't none of these girls' legs stronger than mine. And I was like, yeah, outside, like I knew Kyle and Jenny could do it. I said, Anissa does have strong legs. She should be able to beat D and Bailey. Fail. Fessy, D, and Bailey won. What shocked me is Bailey killed the challenge. Like, of course, Fessy killed the challenge. Like, Fessy was gone. I can see Fessy being the winner of this season. The way he's performing in these challenges, and it's going to be an individual final. I can see Fessy winning this. But we'll get there when we get there. Of course, Kyle came in next. Then, of course, Jenny. But Bailey wasn't that far behind Jenny. And I thought Bailey was going to come in last. Because, not that Bailey isn't killing it this season, but I just didn't know Bailey was that strong physically. And I just knew Anissa was going to pull through. And I was like, D talking all this shit. She the champ from last season. You see what it means to be a champ on a season of teams. It don't mean nothing when you got to do it one-on-one by yourself. But moving on from that, Bailey smoked them, and it didn't look like she was. It didn't even look like she was tired, and I was really shocked because Bailey has been in many tribunals. She's won many challenges this season. I'm like, why is Bailey not getting the same Rookie of the Year edit like Tori got, or the same edit that Cam, when it was Cam's rookie season? Like, they just aren't, to me, they aren't giving Bailey that credit of winning these challenges. Now, I can understand Tori and Cam weren't on a season of you need a red skull to go in, so they were thrown into a lot of eliminations because they were on seasons where people were trying to avoid elimination at all costs and the rookies go in. We don't know how Bailey would do in a season like that. So that's the little leeway I'm gonna give you, but I feel like give your girl Bailey some credit. She deserves a good Rookie of the Year edit because she doing the damn thing. Like, to me, Casey is getting more of that edit, and you barely notice Casey is even on the show. But moving on from that. Okay, so Bailey wins, and immediately I just already know Swaggy is going in. But I'm thinking Swaggy's going in for all the wrong reasons. I'm thinking Big Brother is super tight. Not so much. So, house vote already. All the other guys want to go in. Corey, he wants the house vote. Kyle wants the house vote. Josh is scary. Now, I don't know if this is smart or dumb, because to me, I think at the end of it, it might work out in Josh's favor, because I think TJ hinted that there's going to be at least one more purgatory for the guys. But, and then when you look at the challenge, it has to be at least one more, because you can see there's going to be an elimination that's going to be a hall brawl with females. And then there's going to be an elimination where someone is pulling red skulls off the suit. It was that same. I just watched a rerun of that from Dirty 30 where Jordan and Ammo were pulling patches off of some kind of suit. It's going to be an elimination like that, and that looks like men. So there probably will be one more male elimination. Lucky, y'all lucky. But to me, before we even knew that, I'm talking about from sitting in the house Josh is being scary, because I would have been like Corey, Kyle, and even Swaggy. Swaggy was being way too scary. Like the way they were acting this week, I'm kind of like they don't have to come back. Like I would rather see Fessy in the house, like, because how you gonna be scared when this is, in a lot of people's minds, your last opportunity to get a red skull? Off top, I'm like, Bailey is in Tribunal. That's his wife. I need the house vote. It should have been a 3-way campaign for house vote. But anyway, Josh is like, I want to see what it is first, and then I'll nod at you. And if I don't want it, then you can put Swaggy in. But if I want it, I'm like, does Josh have that kind of pull? Definitely not with D. And definitely not with Bailey. So I'm like, am I missing something? Does Josh have that kind of pull in the game that I'm not seeing? I don't know, but let's get to the house vote. I think it was 7-4 or 7-5. I did not take the time to write down who voted for who. But what surprised me is that Corey won the house vote. I would have bet money that majority would have gave it to Kyle. It just shows that people can change. And because I just remember the seasons when Corey, especially Corey and Bananas, he out of here. Corey used to be gone first, second, third challenge. And now he's getting the house vote. Amazing. I do believe the Big Brother players kind of swayed it to him, because they all kind of gave it to Corey. But congratulations, Corey. He gets to go in. Oh, well, Kyle. Oh, well. Now, at the end of the house vote, Josh and Melissa want to argue for some reason about D. And I don't... Who cares? I would have been like, Nani, okay, so Corey got the house vote. Y'all over here doing this bullshit, yelling, hurting my ears. Anissa got her fingers in her ears. I'm like, Because, see, Melissa gonna look back and wish she wasn't campaigning for D so hard. Like, who cares, Melissa? Moving on. So, it's gonna be, I ain't gotta mention that the Tribunal put in Swaggy, Josh, and Kyle, and they all begged to go in. But really, Swaggy didn't even want to go in. He talking to Bailey like, look, if it's something I don't want, I'll look at you and you can go ahead and give it to somebody else. And I'm like, what? This is the only opportunity you have to go in. It's not, even if it was another week, you aren't guaranteed to get the votes to go in the next time. This is your perfect opportunity. Your homeboy from Big Brother and your wife is sitting there. You gonna pass that up? Scared game, and I ain't like to see it. Like, to me, everybody should have been about it. I want to go. And anybody who had that chicken spirit in them, that wasn't right. But that scared spirit in them, I wasn't really feeling them this episode. Now, so I don't care nothing about the Tribunal. And let's just fast forward through the bullshit. They pretty much vote for Swaggy to go in. Now, the eye-openers that I saw for me this episode was, I really can't believe the bubble that Bailey and Swaggy were playing the game in. I guess because in the beginning it was so many people, and they were interacting with Wes, and they were interacting with people as a couple. Like, it was just, and Anissa, I remember way back at the beginning of the season, Anissa mentioned that they spend too much time together like this, and they need to venture out and get to know other people. And I'm starting to see how them being a married couple, and when did they get married? I always thought they were just engaged, but congratulations, whatever. A married couple coming on the challenge They played it all wrong, because we've seen couples come on the challenge all the time and do it successfully. Jordan and Tori. That season Brad was with Brittany. Brad was on there back in the day with his wife, and then they win. And we've just seen Paulie and Cara. Like, we've seen even Cara when she was with Kyle. We've seen couples come on the show all the time, and they don't play it to where it's just them two. Like, we ain't trying to get to know nobody else. And I think that's going to hurt them this season. It did hurt them this season. And I think it's going to hurt them if they ever come back any other season. I could see them immediately going into eliminations and being voted out. Or not even being asked back, because who are they going to interact with if Wes isn't there? They really showed us, because I thought it was Big Brother tight. I thought it was Big Brother strong. KC is cool with Nany. KC is so cool with Nany that Bailey is thinking they flirting. Now, they've already addressed this. KC is not thinking about Nany in that way. Bailey, stop putting that stuff out there. Stop talking about you see feelings. You can't see feelings. What you see is a friendship. And don't be jealous that you ain't got a friendship with nobody else on the cast. But KC is cool with Nany. Fessy is cool with Corey. And Fessy is even more cool with Corey than he is with Josh. Because Josh is begging Fessy to be his main vote in the tribunal. Like, I'm going to nod you and you send me down there. And Fessy is pretty much saying, Corey is my boy. And Corey wants to go against Swaggy. And to me, that's the only reason that Fessy voted for Swaggy. To me, if Corey would have said, give me Josh, or I don't want Swaggy, he would have done whatever Corey wanted. So Swaggy don't even have Fessy. And we know he ain't got Josh. So I think that's going to hurt them. Because to me, if there's another season, I can see Fessy riding with Corey and Nelson, and don't let Hunter come back too. I could see Fessy's totally riding with them and leaving Swaggy with Bailey. If there's another season and Casey comes back and Nany is on that season, Casey has Nany and whatever unholy alliance that comes with Nany that season too. So as a newbie, yes, you want to come show that you're a comp beast, but you want to establish relationships with people on these shows. Now, I do follow Bailey on Twitter, and it does seem like she does interact with other people from the cast on Twitter, but that's just Twitter. And we already seen the preview for next week. So anyway, the Purgatory is a toss-up. It's one of them light bright challenges with a harness. And we already saw what happened in the light bright challenge. That's what happened when the week that Devin beat Bananas. So the light bright challenge is a toss-up. Bailey is so emotional. Oh, I really don't want to send him down there, but I got to. My husband, Swaggy. And so as soon as they stood down there and they were getting put in those harnesses and Swaggy started talking about, I got this with my memory, I said, he going home. He done, every time he mentioned that memory, photogenic, whatever it is, Swaggy loses the challenge and goes, and he going home. I really knew it then. I was like, Swaggy, your memory is trash. Every time you mention it, you fail. But anyway, I really feel like Experience won the Purgatory last night. I feel like it was Corey's experience of being in eliminations a few times, win or lose, and what got him the win, because he knew how to stay calm, because neither one of them could get that harness thing going. And at some point, Swaggy was winning, but his inexperience of, I guess you really don't even know if you winning or not, but he overreacted and he started, he unclicked like 6 or 7 buttons when he could have won. So I feel like Experience won last night. Corey won. Great. Bye Swaggy. sad to see you go, but this was the season to talk shit and play a good game, and you played a scare game. So it didn't really, it wasn't a good look for me. I like you. I hope you get on Big Brother 22 this summer. I do. But if you and Bailey come back on the challenge, you all really need to rethink how you play it, or maybe you or Bailey need to come on the challenge so you all can interact and create these alliances for future seasons if you want to be repeat cast members. Or I can just see you all going home. Bailey said something so stupid, which made me be like, Bailey ain't got to come back. Bailey said her whole goal of this season was to get her husband a red skull so she can go home and her husband can win her the $1 million. And I'm like, bitch, did you not win math? Do you not know about probabilities and statistics? 2 is better than 1. Both of you could get a red skull, and both of you can help each other get to the $1 million. One of you could win $1 million, and one of you could win second, and then you could have $1 million plus. I'm telling you, this episode was not a good look to me for Bailey and Swaggy. I was just like, she said what? She only here to give her husband a red skull so she can go home? She could have been went home. And people gonna remember you said that. People gonna remember you said that. Next week, I can already predict what's gonna happen, because even when Swaggy left, he was like, I know Bailey about to lose her mind because she alone. They knew they were in this house alone. Bailey is snapping on Casey. Bailey, was she snapping on Melissa, and then Anissa was, or Nani, I can't get the characters' names right, but somebody was telling Bailey, don't be mad at us because you in this house alone. It might have been Casey. I think next week Bailey really realizes she played this game all wrong. She should have been making friends. She should have been making friends with Anissa. She should have been, you know, linking up with Fessy, seeing who he's becoming friends with, and becoming friends with those people as well, instead of sitting up in a room laid up with your boo only talking to Wes. That's where y'all played it wrong. Next week, I'm gonna say it now just so I can see if I'm right. I feel like Casey is somehow gonna be in this tribunal. Bailey is gonna beg Casey to be put into the tribunal, and Casey is gonna be like, no, my boo Nani is going into elimination. Nani, I'm giving Nani her red skull. Bailey is gonna be pissed because Bailey is gonna feel like we were on the same season of Big Brother. But Bailey, Casey wasn't even for you on Big Brother. She was against you then. So what's the surprise? And then I feel like she's going to try to beg the house for the house vote, but they're going to give that house vote to Melissa. And next week it's going to be Melissa versus Nani. And it's probably the hall brawl. I thought I saw somebody with dark hair in a hall brawl, and I could have swore it was D, but maybe it's going to be Nani and Melissa. Oh well, Bailey, if y'all do come back to the challenge, you need to come back solo, but if you do come back as a couple, you all need to do more of the social game play. If not, Bailey and Swaggy ain't got to come back. Anyway, that's all I got to say. I'm so happy we're getting close to the end of this. I really want to see this finale. They doing something in the snow again. Why they got them hiking up this snowy mountain, I don't know. But it looks exciting. I can't wait to see it. I just really want to see what Fessy is going to do. All right, I will talk to y'all later. Like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And until next week, bye.